Good morning. So I'm kind of nervous to do this. I have written up some talking points though, so I hopefully don't ramble too much. Anyway, first I want to just say thank you for all the views. It's so fun. I've been doing this for like a month and there's 1,000 viewers, which is just exciting for me. Probably lame for everybody else, but it's fun. The first thing I want to talk about is some baby products that I've been using that I really love. First of all, I don't have a little prop to hold up, but I use California Baby for everything, for lotion, for bubble bath, for shampoo. They have a really great cold and flu bubble bath that has been so great. Every time our kids get sick, we use it, and it seems to help them breathe a little easier. The second thing is this Lullaby playlist by Fisher and Price. I put a link underneath this video so you can click on it. It's an awesome CD. It has like Coldplay and Lifehouse and Colby Calais songs, but they're like lullabies. So it's there's no words to it. It's just instrumental and it's very cool. The next thing that I actually just picked up today, but I use their products all the time, Earth's Best Organic Baby Food. This is a cereal. It's the apple sweet potato. Anyway, Adelia scarfed that stuff down. I could have made her like a grown-up size helping, although grown-ups I don't think eat that, but she loved it. So anyway, if you want to try it for your baby, I mixed it with mostly water, but a little bit of apple juice. And she loved it. So always good when you find things that work for your baby, but they don't always work for everybody. So that's what worked for me today. Probably won't work tomorrow. The second thing, I just totally want to confess, I had a terrible like freak out moment last night. Adelia woke up at 11 p.m. after going to bed super late. She wasn't asleep till like 9:30, which is like 2 hours late for her. But she woke up at 11, totally hysterical. She didn't need a diaper change. She wouldn't eat. She didn't want to take a bottle. She didn't want to take a pacifier. She didn't want to hold on to her favorite little satiny blanket. She didn't want anything. She didn't want to sit up. She didn't want to wake up. She was totally hysterical, and I freaked out. After like 10 minutes of her screaming like someone was stabbing her in the brain, I just couldn't handle it. I totally freaked out. I like picked her up and hauled her over my shoulder, and I just walked around the house and tried to take a deep breath because I was like mad. I was angry. I feel really bad for totally admitting that, but I was like mad at Adelia for being a bad baby. She wasn't being bad. She was just upset and I didn't have the patience for it. So anyway, I ended up putting some Ambisol on her gums and hopefully that helped because she settled down enough to take a bottle and went to bed. So yay, hooray for that. I'm glad that she settled down. Anything that works. So what's the next thing I was going to talk about? Oh, fall. Hi, welcome fall. I love you. I'm so glad you're here. I get to pull out all my sweaters and start drinking hot chai tea lattes and eating Honeycrisp apples. That's my favorite thing. That's what I was going to say. If you have never had a Honeycrisp apple, go to the store and get one right now. They're delicious. The absolute best apples for making cider, for making apple pie, for making applesauce, for making apple strudel and apple caramel covered apples and apple bobbing and everything. If you like apples, go get a Honeycrisp apple. I wanted to show you guys the books that I'm going to be using for some canning this weekend with my awesome friends Roxy, Molly, and Kayla. But this I've got a link for. This is called Preserve It. It is the coolest book. They've got a ton of recipes for canning and preserving stuff, but they also have this really cool section that I wanted to share. Oh, for natural storage, you can store like root crops like carrots and parsnips and potatoes in, can you see that? In dirt and cardboard boxes, and it'll preserve them. You can store potatoes in a hole in the ground. It's called clamping when you do that. You can just dig a hole and put some straw down there. You can store apples and pears on just on shelves, like little storage shelves like that. They almost look like little egg cartons, but they're like for apple and pear size. Onions and garlic you can store like vampire style. Can you see that? Oh, get it all braided up and hang it up. You can hang onions and garlic like that. Super cool. Also, sections on how to freeze your fruits and vegetables correctly so they last longer. And I thought that was really neat. I didn't know you can get like a flat baking sheet and put blueberries or raspberries or whatever berries in like a single layer, and then you freeze them and bag them after that, and they actually freeze way more freshly. I did that with some peaches, and when they are unthawed, they taste brand new. Like they taste like you just cut that peach up. So that's awesome. Anyway, no author, but I put the link for that. I found the cheapest site that I found it at was Walmart. Walmart's awesome. They're always super inexpensive. So little advertisement for Walmart there. They rock. So I put a link for the Walmart website for the Preserve It. They also have it at Barnes and Noble if you're not a Walmart supporter or whatever. The other book I have here is Organic Kitchen by some guy's name that I cannot pronounce. Yeah, not even gonna try. Anyway, this is super cool because it has like sustainable cooking. Basically, it's how to cook using the ingredients that are being grown in the area you live in at that time. So you're using less resources because the food doesn't have to travel, so like the trucks or the railways aren't carrying it. We're not using coal or oil or natural gas. We're not using the road system, which our tax dollars pay for. It's just right there in your area. You can buy it fresh at your farmer's market. If you don't go to your farmer's market, go. It's local farmers just selling their stuff. Usually they use way less preservatives, and it's fresh. They probably just picked it like the day before they came to market. So that's an awesome way to support your local economy, which I'm a big fan of. Go support the economy locally. Anyway, the last thing I want to talk about is my parents. They're awesome. They started a nonprofit youth ranch called Stable Days Youth Ranch. I will put a link underneath this video for that as well, for their website. They rescue horses and bring these horses to their ranch. And then they also rescue kids to ride on these horses. They bring in disadvantaged or disabled youth. They want to start working with veterans too, which I think would be just an awesome, awesome thing. My husband's a veteran and I serve in the Air National Guard. So super cool, but they are just doing a really awesome thing, but they're always looking for funds. If you have an extra, $1,000 or an extra, $5 a month that you could part with to support them. They're always looking for some extra funds. It just costs money to keep these horses healthy and fed. And so yeah, if you are interested in supporting them, I'll put a link. Otherwise, if you just want to check them out, super cool. My parents are awesome. They're doing a super cool thing, just trying to serve the Lord in this really unique way. So yes, I will put a link for that. Especially right now, I can't even stress it enough. If you have a couple extra bucks that you could send my parents, they are having to move their horses to a new facility. Currently, they're at someone else's ranch, and it's become unsafe for whatever reason. The ranch owners are not a fan of us, and they've basically neglected our horses. There's been some mistreatment issues. I have to go. Adelia just woke up. So bye. I hope you love my video. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back soon. Bye.